Get that stuff out of here. It's Southwest Bias.
Ooh, welcome to Southwest Bias, the only debate show with actual consequences. Let's not waste any time, get right into it, and meet our contestants.
Today's matchup.
Shane
versus
Totri.
That was really good.
Thank you. Fellas, how are we feeling today?
Electric.
Juiced.
Ready to dominate.
Juiced. Totri was listening to a little Jordan Sparks before we got in here.
That into
so
my
he is already got to step up. Hopefully that doesn't influence people too much. Are you guys ready to get into our first topic?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Topic number 1. Straightforward, obviously, as we know. In-season Hard Knocks for the Arizona Cardinals starts tonight, I believe, right? Yeah. And it's a simple question. Is Hard Knocks a distraction? Shane is our defending champion, so we will start with you, and your time starts now.
A distraction, maybe, but I think it's going to end up working out for this Arizona Cardinals team. The Arizona Cardinals currently really trending down, and nobody really knows what's going on. I don't know if it's going to help this team, hinder this team, but an overall distraction, I don't know if you can call it that. Can you stop filming me while we're going?
No, because it's a distraction, right? It's a distraction. Just like it would be for the Arizona Cardinals, just like it will be for the Arizona Cardinals. Are you kidding me? Got a bunch of cameras in your face all the time, all your facilities. Look, we keep talking about Kliff being unable to coach down the stretch. If I'm not mistaken, they did the Hard Knocks for the Arizona Cardinals last season, mid-season, right? Maybe it is a distraction for Kliff. Just saying.
One thing that I don't understand is you're claiming that cameras can affect what they do off the field. What do they do on the field? They play in front of cameras. They play in front of 100,000 people every single day. They play in front of a national audience. They play on primetime. There are cameras everywhere. They get interviewed after games, sometimes during games. You're going to claim to me that a couple cameras here and there, which they have with their videography team on the team with them all the time, is going to distract them. I think that maybe it puts them under a microscope and they try to figure out, this is really embarrassing. We need to stop this. They have arguments on the sidelines already. Kyler Murray has seen he always trends on social media, and everyone won't stop talking about this Call of Duty joke and how he argues with DeAndre Hopkins, one of the most talented, if not the most talented receiver in the NFL right now. He sees that every day. I don't think that this is going to be an added layer. There are NFL players that are always under a microscope. Kliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals need something like this because they're currently a dead body and they need a jolt awake, and Hard Knocks can do that. I think, if anything, this proves to be helpful for the Arizona Cardinals. A distraction, maybe, but not a hindrance.
I mean, the question is distraction, not necessarily hindrance. I'm not going to say that it will affect their play or it won't, but it is most certainly.
You just said it would.
No, the Kliff, yes, but it is a distraction. That is the question, right? Is Hard Knocks a distraction for the Arizona Cardinals moving forward? You mentioned that they've got their own social media guys or their own videography team with them at practice, meetings, whatever. That's different. That's those team guys, right? The players every single day see these social media guys. They see the Arizona Cardinals videography guys. They do not see these Hard Knocks guys. They don't know them on a personal level like they may know those team videographers or whatever, right? So it is certainly a distraction. Why? Because if I'm sitting here at PHNX and there are cameras all over the place that from people I don't know constantly filming us, there's lights, there's those big ass mics in your face. You telling me you're not going to be a little bit different? It's not going to be in the back of your head all the time. And you mentioned, yes, they've got people filming them during the games. That's different. You're locked in. You're juiced up, ready to play football versus I'm in a morning meeting. It's different.
I completely disagree because, first of all, this is our occupation. We get paid to do this. We talk and we're professionals with it. What do the Cardinals do? They don't only just play on the field. They're paid to be professionals, students of the game, watch film, do all of this. I don't think that a couple guys here and there are going to derail their entire season and make it a distraction.
It's not necessarily going to. I'm not saying it's going to derail their entire season. First off, their season's already derailed. Like, they're not coming back from this. Kliff, like Hard Knocks, whatever. Yes, it's our profession. However, in the first 15 seconds of you talking, I had a camera right here within the first 20 seconds, you said something about it. That's a distraction, same as it will be for the Arizona Cardinals.
Totri bringing in props. I love it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did bring in a prop, but nothing says that you can't. Just a reminder to the viewers, poll will open up in the YouTube chat after the show so you can vote on who you think is a winner. So make sure you stick around until the end. Are you guys ready for our second topic?
Yes, sir.
Let's see what it is. Is the point god point washed? Pretty straightforward. Is Chris Paul washed? Shane went first last round, so Totri, you will go first this round. Your time starts now.
Look, all hail the point god, right? First ballot Hall of Famer, great point guard over his history, but he is washed. The numbers don't lie, right? Big numbers guy here. He is shooting the worst he has shot from the field over the course of the last 4 years. In terms of three-point shooting, same. Worst he's shot since 2008. His assist numbers are down. His shooting's down. The only thing that's up barely is his rebounding numbers, which I love when you can bet on it, but that doesn't mean anything for the Suns. Like, if you're not shooting well, if your assist numbers are down, and now you're hurt, like, it might be time to hang it up, man.
The definition of washed is not just being down. It's being completely unusable. Chris Paul is number 3 in the league in assists, tied with Trae Young at 9.4. You talk about a big numbers guy, and you fail to mention the biggest thing you need at the point guard position, and that's facilitating. You don't need a guy that's going to get you 20 points a game. The Suns are 7-3. Their 2 of the losses coming to the Trailblazers. Sure, it might be your kryptonite, but it wasn't at the fault of Chris Paul. Some points here and there will help out, but being washed is not contributing. He is contributing in the ways he can. He's not taking 20 shots a game and missing. He's missing some shots that he might have last year, but you got to expect that with a 37-year-old point guard. You got to expect that when you're coming up at the end of your career. The Suns knew this signing him, that this was going to be a factor. They're going to be able to figure it out, and saying that this man is washed is disrespectful for what he has done his entire career, and that's be a facilitator at a high level.
I don't necessarily think it's disrespectful. At a certain point in everyone's career, Father Time catches up. I think we've come to a point where that time may be here for Chris Paul. Like, yes, your entire job as a point guard is to facilitate. I'm not saying he's doing bad at that. You bring up the assist numbers. Yes, he is absolutely still one of the best in terms of getting his teammates involved, right? But for his own numbers, his own stats, he is down from what he was last season, right? You can't simply deny that. Yes, he is one of the greatest point guards of all time, but just like every other sport, when your numbers are down, clearly it's taking a toll on his body. He's injured. He's not playing tonight. Like, it's eventually going to catch up. This guy is washed. Chris Paul, after this season, should not play in the NBA any longer.
First of all, your argument strategy for that block was just to repeat what I said and still claim he's washed after saying that the point guard position needs to facilitate.
Yeah, his numbers are down.
People at the tail end of their career take a downward curve. And as I said, the Suns knew that coming into, especially this season. We saw it last year. But who's to say in the playoffs, last freaking year, 6 months ago, everyone was saying the same thing. You know what he did? He broke a playoff record for most consecutive field goals made without missing in a playoff game. He elevates at a higher level. Sure, he might be taking it slow to start the season. It's called load management, but the Suns are doing it correctly. They're not doing it like the Clippers, where you sit Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and you lose 30 more games than you should have, and then you come into the playoffs all willy-nilly. No, they're still playing him, and he might be taking a little bit off, but the Suns are still winning games. Washed is, again, disrespectful to say because he's not done.
That's entirely different. The Clippers right now, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, yes, those guys, load management, whatever. They're also coming off some major injuries that totally derailed their entire season last year. So I understand them coming back. They're also much younger than Chris Paul, right? These guys still have futures to think about. Chris Paul should not be in the NBA. This man is going to be missing games because of a heel injury.
Oh my God! Next topic.
I don't know what just happened there. All right. Final topic of the day. Like I said earlier, remember, you get to vote for your winner in the YouTube chat after the show or after the 3 topics. So stick around for that. Topic number 3. You ready, guys?
Let's do it.
Pretty straightforward. What is the best cartoon of all time? And there is a right answer, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not debating today.
Well, yeah,
you two are the master debaters.
Don't know why you got to say that every time. We'll start with me.
Listen, hey, this is I'm the captain here.
Yeah, but
We'll start with you, and your time starts. No.
this was really hard to determine. You know, there's some juggernauts of the cartoon world, and there's a lot of. I think the biggest thing when determining the GOAT in sports, in food, in cartoons comes with versatility. I think that's the biggest thing for me, because a one-hit wonder, you know, you get some good shows. There's a lot of ones. I thought of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I thought of Samurai Jack. Talk about versatility. But I came on one cartoon, and one that has produced countless movies, countless episodes, has been running longer than ever, is a staple to Americans, staple for the young, the old. It is the one and only Ruh-Roh Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo not only has versatility in terms of movies, live action, has a storied history, but is also just one of the most entertaining things ever. We still see it today. In Halloween, people love dressing up as Scooby-Doo, not just the dog, but also the side characters and everything that comes in between. Plus, you just can't discount how much this little dog was able to teach kids life lessons. Scooby-Doo is the right answer.
I don't know if it's the right answer. It's the Mystery Machine and Scooby-Doo and all those characters. Phenomenal. But the best cartoon of all time? Are you kidding me? I would take SpongeBob before I took, like, Scooby-Doo. Give me Looney Tunes. Okay, you want to talk about something that stands the test of time, right? They are still running. Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig. Those are characters that I would want my kids to watch, right? My kids will probably end up watching Looney Tunes. Why? Because it is a phenomenal cartoon for everybody, okay?
That's all you have?
That's all I got. That's all I need. That's all I need. You're going to sit here and tell me that Looney Tunes is not a GOAT cartoon?
Do you know how the show works?
I know, I get it. But are you gonna tell me that it's not?
I just think that you claiming that it's without a doubt the best thing of all time, something that you probably didn't even frequent when you were a child. You're just saying this because you want to get votes is crazy to me.
What?
I go with my actual favorite, something that holds near and dear to my heart. Movies that I've watched countless amount of times. Again, versatility. Sorry, I don't want to see a fucking bunny every single episode do the same thing and try to get hunted by something that's pretty damn outdated.
The same thing, brother. Do you understand the point of fucking Scooby-Doo? All they do is solve stupid mysteries the entire time. Mm-hmm. The ghosts aren't real. The monsters aren't real. At the end of it, it's just some white guy in a costume.
The ghosts aren't real. Talking Bunny isn't real. What are we talking about
You
here?
want to talk about something that is consistently the same over time? Scooby-Doo is literally that. There is zero diversity in that cartoon. You can respond to that now.
I only have 17 seconds, so I'm trying to hold my... Do you have anything else to say?
No, I literally don't need that. You won it for me. Scooby-Doo is a trash cartoon.
The versatility argument is for movies and live action and everything. The reason why it's been successful with doing the same thing is because it's fantastic. It teaches you so many life lessons in the simplest plot. You know what Elmer Fudd teaches you? Not gun safety. I'll tell you that.
Come on, Totri.
Listen, man. Look, I'm not saying that every single cartoon needs to have a lesson. I know you're out of time here, but Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, and the boys, okay, don't teach you any life lessons.
You just name the 2 boys and then can set the more boys, but there's no
Okay,
boys.
there's Fred.
There's 2 women.
Yes, there is. I'm not going to argue that Scooby-Doo is not a great cartoon, but it doesn't belong even in the top 3. And to sit here and try and tell me that Scooby-Doo teaches you life lessons. The only thing that I learned from Scooby-Doo was that you could be a detective like Shaggy while you're high. That's all I learned. And how to make a good sandwich. That's it.
All right. Are you yielding the rest of your time, Totri?
Yeah, I don't need it.
All right. I respect it. All righty then. Like I said, you get a chance to choose your master debater in the YouTube chat. So I'm opening up that poll right now. So go ahead and vote. Let's head to voting time, which is brought to you by My Rants. What do you think about My Rants, fellas?
First of all, they just add a dynamic to the PHNX Sun Devil show, which you should watch every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday when there's not a post-game show at 2 p.m. and for after every single ASU basketball and football game. They add a dynamic to the PHNX Sun Devil show that the show wouldn't be the same without. Sometimes you just need to yell. And Sean does that for you.
Sean's rants are the glue that keeps us kind of functioning as a PHNX Sun Devil show. Like, specifically, that EMU postgame, I think, was probably an all-time rant, but you've got that. You've got his hate for buying art.
You've got his hate for almost every single state in the country.
Utah, koala bears. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not sure PHNX would exist without Sean's rants.
Yeah, I think there would be less chaos, but that's not a good thing.
No, not at all.
Fellas, we have a close one right now. So I'm going to give people a few seconds more to vote. I do want to say that the one thing I did want to rant about is how good, and don't let this influence your voting, people.
Well, then wait, save it until you close the poll.
I just want to say how good Totri looks in that Bad Birdie shirt.
Yeah.
And you look, oh, you're not wearing the Bad Birdie hat. I thought you were.
But I do look good.
You do look good. Not as good as Totri, because Totri's wearing the Bad Birdie.
Well, I have our own merch on.
Yeah, you do look very good. I didn't see that. You had the jacket covering it. All I wanted to say, you can get Shane's shirt at the PHNX locker, and you can get Totri's shirt at badbirdiegolf.com. Use promo code PHNX Sports and get 15% off your order.
Money.
All right. I haven't gotten any votes. The number has stayed solid, so I'm going to end the poll. Let's figure out.
Whatever happens, I love you.
Let's figure out who our winner is. Let's play the music, and our winner is, with 57% of the
Wow, that was
vote, Anthony Totri is today's winner.
Let's go. Absolutely. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for the vote. I will celebrate by watching Looney Tunes.
All right.
Punishment time.
Gang, tell
I'm not excited
what the punishment is, or more accurately, when they can find out what the punishment is.
So, punishment is going to be decided by you guys, more specifically, you guys in the PHNX Sun Devils chat live today at 2 p.m. right here on the PHNX Sports YouTube channel. You guys can decide boundaries. There are boundaries.
No tattoos.
We'll go over the actual details during the PHNX Sun Devils show, but make sure to tune in live at 2 p.m. so you can vote on what I will have to do for losing to this man.
Yes. So
Hey.
Tap in for that.
Still love you, buddy.
Pleasure.
Hey,
tune in at 2 so we can decide what he has to do.
Yeah.
Or eat, maybe.
It was a terrific fight. By the way, the right answer, I do think, is SpongeBob, and also I like Looney Tunes a little more than Scooby-Doo. I think Scooby-Doo's a little overrated. I like it, but I think it's a little overrated.
They also ruined it with what's like the characters all look weird now.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we can talk about this off air. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Guys, thank you for being my master debaters today. You did a great job debating. You're masters at it.
Pulled hard.
Totri will be back on the show next week, the same time. Shane will be back behind the back, maybe, and Totri will have a new opponent. We'll find out who that is later in the week. Make sure you follow at PHNX_sports on Twitter, because that's where you'll find out who's facing and when you can watch the show. Follow Shane at Shane D. Follow Totri at Anthony_Totri. Follow me at Sean_DePaz. Not a master debater as always. And we will see you next week.